Hi, I'm Doug from FirstTech. In today's segment of myFirstech Academy, we're going to be talking about circuit identification. So there's a number of different circuits we're going to cover today. First, we're going to cover normally open circuits. So what I've got here to demonstrate this is I've got a relay, as well as I've got my multimeter set for continuity. So you'll see that if you touch the leads together of your meter, when you have continuity, it will beep. Very, very simple. So we're going to use this relay to demonstrate the different circuits. So a normally open circuit is going to be just that, normally open. That means when there is no current passing through the circuit in the vehicle or everything is at rest, so to speak, that the circuit does not have continuity. So we're going to test to see which pins on a relay are normally open, which means that obviously this relay is not powered. So at rest, we see normally open. So you will see that this is pin 87 of the relay. This is pin 30 of the relay. Notice you don't hear any beep from the meter, which means that the circuit is normally open. When we apply current to the coil of the relay, that circuit closes. So that tells you that that's the normally open circuit on the relay. Pin 87 and pin 30. Pin 30 is known as the common pin on the relay because it always has contact with either pin 87 or pin 87A. So that's how you identify a normally open circuit. If you have your meter set for continuity, you test the wires, there's no continuity there, and then you close the circuit. Obviously, you apply a current to the relay, then the circuit will close. So secondly, we will look at a normally closed circuit. So to do that, we're going to leave our meter lead on pin 30 of the relay, which I mentioned is the common pin, and we'll attach the other lead to pin 87A. So you'll notice that you hear that these pins, 87A and 30, have continuity at rest. So when there's no current being passed through the coil of the relay, that circuit is closed. When we attach our leads from the meter to a 12-volt source, continuity goes away. So that opens that circuit. So this circuit would be used, for example, for a starter kill. It normally is closed, so it allows current to pass through the circuit. When you apply a current to the relay coil, it opens the circuit. Very, very simple. So next, we will identify a positive circuit. So to identify polarity, we're going to set our meter to DC voltage, and we'll use these two leads, which, as you have seen, have power and ground. So if we connect our black lead or our ground lead to the black wire coming from the power supply and our red lead to the red lead coming from the power supply, you'll see this shows a positive voltage. So that tells you that you do in fact, if this meter is, or if this lead is on a ground source in the vehicle and you touch this lead to a wire in the vehicle and it shows you a positive voltage, you know that this red is a constant 12-volt source, or maybe keyed, whatever it may be. But when it shows voltage, you have a positive voltage on your meter, you know that this is a positive source. That's how you would identify that circuit. The same will hold true if you reverse these. So attach the black to the red and the red to the black, and you'll see that we have a negative voltage now. So that will tell you that this is on a 12-volt source. So the ground lead is attached to a 12-volt source, and the positive lead is attached to a ground source, therefore displaying a negative voltage, which means the electrons are flowing the opposite direction on that circuit. So this is how you would determine where and what polarity you have in the vehicle. So if you're looking for a ground, we'll talk about a negative signal, or if you're looking for a ground source, you're going to attach your red meter lead to a constant 12-volt source. And now any source that you touch with your black meter lead in the vehicle, if it shows a positive voltage on the meter, you know now you have a negative source in the vehicle. So if you're looking for a ground wire, this is how you would test.